Hi there and welcome along to another review video on a right nice pint. And once again, I just want to thank every one of you who have been liking all the videos on the channel so far, subscribing, commenting on the videos as well. Really do appreciate it. It's early days for the channel, but going okay so far, and have been, I suppose, covering quite a lot of beers in the last month. So, and also some of the beer machines on offer too that are in huge demand. The Perfect Draft, the Blade, and the Lindr system too. Maybe you're thinking of purchasing one of the machines. If you are, have a look at some of the review videos that we've done so far, but there are more to come, I promise you. However, today we are actually going to be focusing on the Lindr system. We've got another beer to try out on it, and it's an Irish Stout from the Nine White Deer Brewery in beautiful, and I mean this, if you've never been to Ireland, check this place out. It's County Cork. It's stunning. It's wow. Nine White Deer Brewery is situated in West Cork, and according to their website, making the highest quality Irish beers with Irish ingredients. The name itself, Nine White Deer, which is something I was wondering, where do you get this name, Nine White Deer, from? Like, you know, I didn't really get it, but they have it all here. Maybe I should be more informed, but the name Nine White Deer has a strong link to Baileburn. I hope I'm saying that right. I think it's Baileburn or Balaburn. It's Irish, by the way. So, and that is where one of Ireland's most famous saints, St. Goblet, visited and made it her place of resurrection. According to the 6th century fable, St. Goblet was told by an angel that where she will come upon Nine White Deer is where she'll also find a mystical well, and to then set up an abbey and a church. The site that is associated with St. Goblet's revelation is 1 kilometre away from the Nine White Deer Brewery in Baileburn in County Cork. The company is located in the Gaeltacht, which, by the way, you know, you might notice in their beers they've got, you know, a lot of their beers named in Osgaeilge, in Irish. The Irish language is on the label. Gaeltacht area, for those of you that aren't Irish, Gaeltacht area is basically, it's an area where I suppose more people speak Irish in those areas than probably the rest of the country. The word is it's a special linguistic status because the amount of people who still speak Irish on a daily basis. The company is known locally as Fia Bawn, the Irish for white deer, but they also produce a beer called Stag Bawn, which translates to white stag, which is a memory of St. Goblet's vision. They've got quite a number of beers. I've tried a lot of them prior to starting the channel, and they're all very good, very well made, and their unique thing is they're gluten-free. Like, it's massive for anyone that's, you know, gluten intolerant, celiac. That's massive. That's a great thing. But I know there's also people out there that, you know, may not necessarily be gluten intolerant, but just don't want to eat gluten for some reason in their diet. Maybe because they believe they can lose weight, maybe with it. Maybe it's just, you know, this appeals to quite a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there that cannot drink normal beers. This is giving them a great option, which I think is fantastic. Then it's also, you know, giving those that feel like they don't want gluten in, they just don't want gluten in their diet. Maybe it's not down to a medical reason. There are people like that. I know there's a few in my life that are a bit like that. They're not actually allergic to it, but they just don't want. They want to take as little gluten as possible. So this is really, really cool. I really like. I don't know how many gluten-free breweries there are in the world, but this is really cool. Gordon Lucy is the man behind Nine White Deer. I have to say it's a great concept, a great idea. And so some of the, you know, what they've got on offer, the Stag Kolsch, it's a lager, German style lager. Also Stag Bawn, it's their pale ale. Stag IPA, which is a hoppy pale ale. They've got Stag Rua, which would be a red ale. Black Lightning, as well as another drink they've got there. And they've also got the Stag Stout. They've got it in bottle form, it's on their website. And they also do 20-litre kegs for home bars as well on their website too. And we've actually got one of them here with us. This is one of their glasses that they've just put up for sale recently. The Nine White Deer glasses, a couple of different versions of them. But we've got a 20-litre keg of Nine White Deer Stag Stout. We've got it hooked up to a 75-25 stout mix going into the back of the Lindr. Oh, by the way, I have this set just above 30 psi. That's sitting at room temperature. So sometimes, you know, you might be told, oh, do this psi and do that psi and whatnot. I've been playing along with the Lindr system. I think this is fairly okay. Around 30 psi is good for me on this. And I have it set at 5 on the temperature setting on the Lindr. Okay, so let's have a look and see how it goes, shall we? Let's check this stout out. So we're going to do a two-part pour, because when people think of stouts in Ireland, they think of a two-part pour. I don't know, is it part of the Nine White Deer philosophy? Is it part of what Nine White Deer do? But some do just a straight pour when it comes to a stout. But we're going to do, for I think presentation purposes, we're going to do this as a two-part pour. So let's leave it there for a moment, and when it settles, we'll fill it to the top. Okay, so let's fill her up. Looks good, doesn't it? So, this is what we've got. We've got our Nine White Deer Stag Stout. Looks really good. Just give you a closer look. We've got a lovely thick creamy head on there, don't we? Looks really nice. What have we got in terms of the thickness? Maybe a finger and a half, which is probably just about right. I think the settings are fairly good in the machine there. So, what have we got? We've got like maybe the roasted. You can smell a bit. It smells roasty. Slight coffee kind of smell coming off there. I suppose some of your typical stout smells are there, but probably the roastiness is what's coming through, probably more so than the most here. So yeah, let's dig in and see what Nine White Deer is all about. Gluten-free stout. I understand, by the way, that this either is the only gluten-free stout in the world, or it's the first one. One or the other. It was either the first one or it's the only one. But like, amazing just to think about that fact for a second, a gluten-free stout. Like, so let's see, what have we got? So, I need another taste of that. Okay, so you're getting a hint of vanilla. It's a hint of vanilla that comes through there. You are getting the taste of like the roasted malts. Yeah, that malty sweetness coming through. You are getting a chocolate and a slight coffee flavour, but what I would say, in comparison to other stouts that I've had, it's not that strong. Now, some people will like that, some won't like that, but it's a very light tasting stout, if that makes sense. You're not, when you taste it, it isn't that it's, you know, it goes into your mouth, you get all these mental flavours, strong flavours coming through. what I'm getting is like a really kind of a creamy, smooth, light tasting stout. Very drinkable stout. So let's get in again. That malty taste. Not really bitter or anything. There's no real hoppy bitterness to it. Like you get some sweet flavours, light sweet flavours, and you don't really get a bitterness. Very, very slight bitterness, I'd say. You know, it's more so like light, sweet tasting stout, but not overpowering. It's really good. It's really, really good. I honestly could drink that all day. Now, I wouldn't advise anyone drinking a beer all day. You know, drink responsibly and all that kind of stuff. But some stouts you get, they're really heavy. Some of them can be tough on the system as such. You could drink a couple of them and be like, oh, I might move on to something else. But, you know, I think that's really satisfying. I'd have to put it aside, but if I wanted, people always ask, what's it like at a certain drink like in comparison to Guinness? I think it's quite close, you know. Guinness is always a hard drink to kind of to say beat, because it's an institution itself, Guinness, but this is really, really good. I understand some people have been converted to this from Guinness. Some people had, from reviews I've read, they've changed and been converted over to this beer entirely, which, you know, I can see how, I can see why. And it's a gluten-free alternative. You know, I don't know, you know, like, you'd have to do, I suppose some people tend to say, you know, after having a couple of pints of stout, depending on what the stout is, that, you know, you just feel a bit, you feel tired and whatever, because stout is quite heavy. Usually quite heavy, quite a heavy beer. However, I don't know, I'd be interested in knowing and seeing, you know, what's this like after you have a couple of them? Do you feel, because it's gluten-free, I don't know what kind of impact that has on the system when it's a gluten-free stout, but I would entirely recommend trying it. You can pick this up in bottle form in Super Value. For sure in Super Value you can pick this up. I'm not sure is it available in the other supermarkets. I do know for sure Super Value stock the bottle form of the 9 White Deer products if you want to try them out. This is the Stag Stout. This is it run through the Lindr system, and you know, I'm very, very impressed with that. That is a really nice stout. Really good stout. Would I buy it again? Yeah, I would buy that again. It's €115 delivered, 20 litre delivered to my door here, which was quite good value. It was delivered the next day after I ordered it, which I actually ordered it on a Friday afternoon, and it was here on the Saturday morning. I was talking to some of the people at 9 White Deer on Facebook, and I said, look, I said, I see it's been shipped. I said, great, would it arrive tomorrow, being Saturday? And he said, no, it'll be Monday. I got up on the Saturday morning, and when I went to the front door, there was a keg of 9 White Deer sitting outside. So it was a nice Saturday treat. The glasses are €8 for a pair. You do need a decoupler for those of you wanting this for a home bar. It's a decoupler, which they sell on the website. What I understand is cost price. I don't know what cost price is, but it was €35 from the website. So yeah, it's really good. Well, I will say the great thing about, you know, Guinness had kind of stopped sending the beers, they're kegs out to wholesalers, and people couldn't get hold of a Guinness keg. So people started trying out different stouts from Ireland, from around the country, Nitro stouts that they could have at home. And you know, it's great to see the business that these places were getting. The likes of Nine White Deer, Brennan's being another one. There's a couple of other ones. I think there's a Brewmaster one, Porterhouse. There's a few different stouts out there on the market. People got a chance to sample these stouts from these breweries, Nitro stouts, and people have been, I suppose, converted over to different ones. And I think it's great. I think it's great that there's been quite a large support for the smaller breweries in the country, which is fantastic. And this is one of them, Nine White Deer. If you want more information on their products, go to ninewhitedeer.ie. Thanks for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed the video. Really impressed with that Nine White Deer Stag Stout on a Nitro setup going into the Lindr system. It's superb. Love it. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you've had it. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think. What's your favourite Nitro Stout as well? Let us know. I want to know on the comment box, because there's a huge debate about this. So just write on the channel. Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, again, subscribe to the channel for more beer review videos. That's it from Alright Nice Pint for today.